Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I did a little first impressions for you guys. So I used the E.L.F. Putty, Poreless Putty Primer, and then I also used the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear More Than Concealer. So those are the two things that I used in the video for you guys today. Just did a little first impressions. So far so good. You'll have to see my final thoughts at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you guys liked the video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up for me. It always helps me out. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I think that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and get on with this first impressions for you guys. Alright, so today I'm going to be doing a first impressions for you guys. I have the E.L.F. Poreless Putty Primer sitting in front of me. I just recently picked this up and I've been dying to use it. It's just been sitting on my makeup desk and I've been like, I need to film a video with this. So here we are today. This is a perfecting putty primer that smooths the skin and preps it with squalene to help moisturize and grip makeup for all day wear. The velvety texture glides over the skin, smoothing over imperfections for a poreless effect. The directions are to apply even amount to moisturize skin prior to makeup application. Allow to set 30 seconds before applying foundation. So we will see if this E.L.F. primer holds up to the test. A lot of people are saying that this is pretty close to the Tatcha Silk Canvas primer. This was, I believe, how much was this? I think it was like $7. I don't even think, it wasn't expensive at all. So E.L.F. is known to be pretty affordable. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take it out of this packaging. And then you have this right here. That's what the front looks like. And then inside you have pretty much what the Tatcha Silk Canvas looks like. So it looks like this. It is very creamy when you dig your finger into it. And I'm just going to go ahead and start applying. I'm assuming you warm it up in your fingertips. Like warm the product up so you can get a nice all over application. And I'm just going to put it in the areas that I need to. So this being my problematic area. Now I did already wash and moisturize my skin. Go ahead and put it in the nose area. This is just where I have the most, like my larger pores are in this area, and a lot of women actually have this problem. It says to let it set for 30 seconds, so I'm going to go ahead and just let it sit for a second, and we'll go ahead and see how my foundations hold up. So for foundation today, I'm going to be using the LA Girl Pro Matte foundation. This is in the shade Light Tan because I am a little bit darker on my neck. I did re-self tan, so I'm gonna go with that. And if it's too dark for me, I'm gonna mix it with my Too Faced Born This Way foundation. This one's a really good foundation, and I love mixing the two to get kind of like the best of both worlds. So this feels pretty set. There's no like sticky or tackiness. I don't feel anything sitting on my skin. Almost feels like there's nothing there. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with my foundation. All right, and then I'm just gonna go in with my sponge and blend this into the skin. Okay. So far so good with this foundation. So I really like how the foundation is laying on my skin. Now for the most part, I do feel like my pores aren't as noticeable. But I do think that my Smashbox primer fills in my pores a little bit better. So, if you wanted to try it out as like a dupe for the Tatcha Silk Canvas, I do think it's a pretty good primer to try. But I guess I could see myself using it. I just feel like my Smashbox primer does fill them in just a little bit better. So that is my thoughts on that. Another new product that I have sitting in front of me is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Full Wear Concealer. Now, mine is in the shade Vanilla 355. I'm going to go ahead and try this out for you guys too. So, I've heard a lot of good things about this concealer. It reminds everybody of the Tarte Shape Tape. Now, the wand is pretty big. It's a nice doe foot applicator. The wand does remind me of the Tarte Shape Tape, I will say. So, and you seem like you get a pretty decent amount of product. Now, vanilla might be a little too light for me. But we'll make it work. We'll just blend it out. Use it to highlight a little bit. So right off the bat, I want to say that the coverage seems pretty good. Covered up that area really nice, and it brightened me up for sure. It really blends out nicely too. It doesn't feel too heavy on the eyes, under the eyes. And I probably will just grab a shade a little darker, just so it doesn't look like it's like stark white underneath my eyes. But so far that looks pretty good on the skin, especially with this primer laying underneath it too. And it blended out really nicely. So I think I'll be enjoying that concealer for sure, and I'm going to go ahead and pick up a few more colors. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this really quickly. And I am just using translucent powder. This one's from Laura Mercier. I've been back on my Laura Mercier translucent powder. I was really into the Maybelline Maybelline Loose Fit Me powder. I was into that for a hot minute. So I'm going to use this powder to set under the eyes and the rest of the face. All right, so while that sits on there, I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the rest of my makeup, and I will let you guys know my final thoughts on the E.L.F. Poreless Primer Putty. I'll go ahead and see how everything else lays on top of it, my bronzer and all that good stuff. So I will be back in just a second. Alright guys, so first impressions on this E.L.F. Poreless Putty Primer. I actually really like it. Everything seems to be sitting really nice on top. My more problematic areas are a little bit more concealed, and yeah, I think for the price it's a pretty good primer. The L'Oreal Paris Infallible Full Wear concealer, another pretty good item to have. It is pretty close to the Tarte Shape Tape, I will say. The coverage is there, and for the price point, it's not bad at all. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please don't forget to like the video if you liked it, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video.